Everyone around the league knows what the Lakers are aiming for this season. Nothing less than a championship. This isn't just some vague hope or wishful thinking. Luka Doncic, one of the brightest stars in basketball right now, has made it crystal clear that his mindset is all about winning now. He's not here to just participate or make the playoffs. He wants to compete for the title every single year. He wants to be part of a team that's a perennial contender, one that's always knocking on the door of the NBA Finals, not just once, but consistently. And it's obvious why that's important. When you have an elite player like Luka, expectations skyrocket. Having someone with his skill level and competitive fire means you want to maximize every single season with him. Now on the other side of the floor, you have LeBron James, who's been the face of the league for nearly 2 decades. LeBron isn't just playing for longevity or stats anymore. He's chasing more rings while he still can. The clock is ticking for him, and everyone around the Lakers organization knows that. LeBron's time in the NBA is limited, and this reality fuels the urgency behind their championship push. This isn't about rebuilding or waiting for the next wave of young talent. It's about seizing the moment, leveraging LeBron's remaining peak years to add to his legacy and bring another banner to Los Angeles. That sense of urgency is echoed loudly through Rob Pelinka, the Lakers general manager, who has publicly stated that the team is in full win-now mode. Pelinka isn't just talking the talk, he's walking the walk, constantly scanning the trade market and exploring every possible avenue to improve the roster immediately. He uses the phrase "now moves" to describe the kind of transactions and acquisitions they are targeting. Deals that have an immediate impact, the kind that can push the Lakers over the edge this season. Yet Pelinka is also careful to highlight the importance of maintaining flexibility. He doesn't want the team to get handcuffed by long-term, burdensome contracts or moves that could backfire in the future. The landscape of the NBA has shifted significantly with the new collective bargaining agreement, CBA. This new deal imposes stricter rules on salary caps, luxury taxes, and player contracts, making it more challenging for teams to navigate roster construction. Many franchises have found themselves stuck under salary caps or forced into tough decisions like waiving players or unloading expensive contracts just to stay under the apron. The Phoenix Suns, for example, had to buy out Bradley Beal to clear cap space and adjust their roster because they were boxed in by the new financial rules. The Lakers, however, seem determined to avoid that trap. Pelinka's strategy involves keeping as many options open as possible, preserving cap flexibility and asset value, so when a golden opportunity arises, they can pounce without hesitation. He has emphasized that while they want to be aggressive, they don't want to rush into any deal that compromises their future. This approach shows a clear understanding of the delicate balance between acting quickly and staying patient. Reports from various media outlets have repeatedly mentioned how active Pelinka remains in trade discussions, always on the lookout for valuable pieces to add to the team. It's not just the high-profile names that get talked about, but also under-the-radar targets that could bring depth and versatility to the Lakers roster. Pelinka's track record shows he's capable of pulling off unexpected moves, like acquiring D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and of course Luka Doncic himself. These deals sometimes come out of nowhere, but have proven crucial in shaping the team's competitive edge. What's encouraging is hearing Pelinka confirm these reports himself, reinforcing the narrative that the Lakers are not resting on their laurels. They're actively exploring all options. This level of transparency from the front office builds confidence among fans and players alike that the organization is fully committed to contending for the championship now. At the same time, Pelinka is mindful not to lose patience. The history of the NBA is littered with examples where rushed decisions led to disaster. One can recall how Mitch Kupchak, a former Lakers executive, made hasty moves trying to salvage careers or fix a roster quickly, only to see things unravel. Those mistakes serve as cautionary tales for the current Lakers management. There's a fine line between being proactive and being reckless, and Pelinka seems to understand the importance of walking that tightrope carefully. From a roster perspective, the Lakers have valuable assets that could gain even more worth as the season progresses. Players like Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, Gabe Vincent, and Maxi Kleber are all capable contributors whose trade value might increase as other teams reassess their rosters closer to the trade deadline. The closer we get to mid-season, the more likely it is that teams who weren't careful with their cap space or assets will feel pressure to make moves, opening doors for the Lakers to capitalize. Training camp and preseason will be pivotal moments. For the Lakers front office, the first preseason game is scheduled for early October, and as the team gets closer to that date, more clarity will emerge about the roster's strengths and weaknesses. At that point, prices might start to drop on certain players, making it easier for the Lakers to pull off smart trades or signings. For instance, Andrew Wiggins, who has been linked to trade rumors, could see his market value fluctuate depending on how teams evaluate their own needs and assets. There are also intriguing players outside of the immediate spotlight who could be a perfect fit for the Lakers' ambitions. Miles Bridges, for example, is someone who matches the Lakers' timeline and playing style. He's young, versatile, and can contribute on both ends of the floor, making him a tantalizing option for a team looking to bolster its forward positions. It's the kind of acquisition that could provide the Lakers with much-needed energy and defensive grit. On the internal development front, there's curiosity around what players like Jake LaRavia and Jared Vanderbilt can bring to the table this season. Vanderbilt, in particular, has been praised for his defensive prowess. Some analysts even argue he's among the best on-ball defenders in the entire league, and if he can improve his three-point shooting, he's reportedly hovering around 34% from beyond the arc. His value to the team could skyrocket. A reliable perimeter shot combined with lockdown defense would make him an ideal role player for a championship-caliber Lakers squad. There's also the question of Theo Maledon, a player not expected to start but potentially able to contribute meaningful minutes. If he can deliver consistent shooting and solid defense, he might carve out an important role in the rotation. These kinds of developments could prove crucial in a league where depth often makes the difference between a good team and a title contender. The overarching theme here is clear. The Lakers want to win now. And everyone from Luka Doncic to LeBron James to Rob Pelinka is on the same page about that. There's no room for settling or simply making the playoffs. This franchise plays for banners, for NBA championships, not just for conference finals or mid-tier success. The expectations are sky high and the pressure is on to deliver. The dialogue around whether LeBron should stay or the team should rebuild is less relevant now because the focus is on maximizing the present moment. This is about blending proven talent with young potential, finding that perfect balance of experience and energy to compete at the highest level immediately. The Lakers want to run it back with their core, but also have their eyes open for upgrades that could push them further. What's essential is that Pelinka doesn't ease off the gas pedal. The balance between patience and aggressiveness is delicate, but if the Lakers can master it, they'll position themselves well not just for this season, but for years to come. Fans should be excited to see how the team navigates this complex. High stakes period, because the moves made now could define the Lakers' next chapter. Continuing from everything we've laid out about the Lakers' current mindset and strategy, it's important to recognize how the pressure and expectations surrounding this team aren't just coming from within the organization, but also from the passionate fan base and the media. The Lakers have one of the most scrutinized franchises in the NBA. And with that spotlight comes a tremendous amount of pressure to perform at the highest level every single season. Fans are no longer interested in rebuilding years or seasons spent testing out younger players. The Lakers are and have been for decades synonymous with championship aspirations. Every year that passes without a title is seen as a missed opportunity, especially with a roster that features two generational talents in LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Rumors have started swirling around the basketball world as news broke that renowned coach REDICK has reportedly taken a hard stance against a player for underperformance during training sessions. Sources close to the team suggest that REDICK, known for his strict discipline and high standards, has decided to impose a penalty on one of his athletes after a series of disappointing practices. The player in question has allegedly failed to meet the expectations set by the coaching staff, prompting REDICK to react firmly. This potential disciplinary action has quickly become a hot topic among fans and insiders alike, sparking debates. over the coach's approach to managing talent and maintaining team morale. Some speculate that the punishment might range from reduced playing time to more rigorous conditioning drills, aiming to instill a renewed sense of commitment and professionalism. The atmosphere within the team is reportedly tense, with many wondering how this situation will impact the player's relationship with the coach and his teammates. Additionally, there are whispers that this move is a message to the entire squad, signaling that complacency will not be tolerated under REDICK's leadership. While official statements remain scarce, the buzz continues to grow, leaving everyone eager to see how this unfolding drama will influence the team's dynamics in the coming weeks. In light of this emerging story, insiders reveal that JJ Redick's decision to discipline a player could reflect deeper issues within the team's training environment. The murmurs around the locker room suggest that some athletes may be struggling to adapt to the rigorous demands placed by the coaching staff, leading to concerns about overall team cohesion and performance readiness. Observers speculate that REDICK's disciplinary action is intended not only to address the immediate problem, but also to send a clear warning to all players about the consequences of lackluster effort in practice. The speculation has stirred considerable discussion among sports analysts, many of whom question whether such a punitive approach will ultimately benefit or hinder the team's progress. Some pundits argue that strict measures might cultivate a culture of accountability, pushing athletes to elevate their game and embrace a stronger work ethic. Conversely, others fear that harsh punishments could damage morale and create divisions within the squad, undermining team unity. As the rumor mill churns, there's anticipation surrounding the identity of the player involved and how this episode might affect the team's strategy going forward. Meanwhile, fans remain divided, with some praising REDICK's no-nonsense style, while others worry about potential fallout from the disciplinary move. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders claim that the rumored punishment could have far-reaching implications for the player's career trajectory and standing within the team. Sources close to the situation hint that the athlete facing sanctions might be a key contributor whose recent dip in training intensity has raised eyebrows among coaching staff and teammates alike. The possible repercussions of this disciplinary action might include a demotion in the team hierarchy, affecting playing time and future contract negotiations. Experts speculate that this scenario reflects the broader pressures athletes face in maintaining peak performance amid high expectations from coaching personnel like JJ Redick. The whisperings also highlight that such internal conflicts could influence trade talks or roster adjustments, as front office officials monitor team morale closely. Some insiders propose that this incident could serve as a turning point for the player, motivating a rededication to rigorous training or alternatively sparking friction that may lead to a parting of ways. The rumors continue to spark interest beyond just the team's fan base, drawing attention from media outlets covering player management and coaching philosophies. As this story evolves, many are watching to see whether REDICK's disciplinary approach will be hailed as a necessary tough love tactic or criticized as excessive. The intrigue surrounding this situation underscores the delicate balance coaches must strike between fostering discipline and maintaining player confidence. Meanwhile, speculation abounds regarding the potential fallout from JJ Redick's rumored disciplinary measures on the team's upcoming competitive schedule. Observers note that if the punished player's performance dips further, or if tensions escalate, the squad's on-court chemistry could suffer, impacting game outcomes in critical matchups. Some analysts suggest that Redick's decision might be a calculated risk aimed at galvanizing the team ahead of a demanding stretch of contests. The possibility exists that this public display of accountability will reinforce a culture of high standards and resilience, ultimately translating to improved results. However, skeptics caution that such internal disruptions could backfire, fostering resentment or anxiety among players and distracting from the team's strategic objectives. The uncertain effects of this rumored punishment have ignited debates among sports commentators regarding the best ways to manage player motivation and discipline in professional basketball environments. Additionally, there is conjecture about how this episode will shape Redick's reputation as a coach, whether as a firm leader committed to excellence or as someone prone to creating rifts through stringent enforcement. Fans eagerly await official confirmation and updates, understanding that the consequences of this situation could reverberate throughout the season, potentially influencing playoff aspirations and team morale alike. Finally, as the rumor mill continues to churn around JJ Redick's announcement of punishment for poor training performance, attention shifts to how this might affect the player's mental and emotional state moving forward. Psychological experts suggest that facing disciplinary action from a respected coach could either serve as a wake-up call, sparking renewed focus and determination, or conversely lead to decreased confidence and performance anxiety. The delicate nature of athlete-coach relationships comes into sharp relief in situations like this, where motivation, trust, and communication are critical. Speculation is rife that Redick's approach might include a combination of accountability measures and support mechanisms to help the player rebound and contribute positively to the team. Moreover, discussions have emerged about how teams manage setbacks and challenges internally, balancing discipline with empathy to maintain a healthy competitive environment. The story also raises broader questions about coaching philosophies in high-stakes sports and how leaders handle underperformance in ways that inspire growth rather than foster division. As the narrative develops, fans and insiders alike remain curious about how this disciplinary episode will resolve and what it might reveal about Redick's evolving leadership style and the team's resilience under pressure. The sports community watches closely, anticipating the ripple effects of this intriguing saga. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.